Hello YouTube. Bear with me here. I don't do any editing. It's kind of the one and done thing, and I'm by myself, so. Alrighty. This is an update. I did a video on this earlier, but I didn't like the way it turned out. I did it with my iPhone, so now I'm finally got another camera. This is going to be about my Ridgid third brake light here. This is one of those small things that I really feel enhanced the Jeep. I really feel that this turned out well, and it was really easy. Seems more complicated than it was. See how it's mounted up there. Basically, this is the original housing. Just pulled the original light out of the housing, which is LED, so you don't have to run any type of resistors or anything. It's a 16 JK here, so yours is probably the same. So I just pulled the light out. It also takes out, you know, it's comes all the way down. It's a front fascia on here with the lights mounted to. Take that off. Just mounted that onto the original bracket there. And the wires they're back in there. You can kind of see them a little bit maybe. But I just run the wires down and right to the stock location. That little rubber piece is the OEM. That's the stock rubber piece. I did have to drill it out bigger to get the Ridgid cable through there, and there was some kind of hard stuff in there. It was a little bit of pain in the butt, but not too bad. Just stuck it in a vise and hit it with a drill a few times, and then pushed out all the guts. And then stuck it back in there, and then that comes in back here. Pull this off and get to all your wires. When you take this off, you just have these screws right here and it comes out. But anyway, these wires run into here and they go to a little plug and they plug into the harness that goes through here. I left the plug. I just wired my hot wire for the brake and for my revert. Yeah, just for the brake, because it's third brake. I use the original third brake light wire and mounted obviously the red third brake light wire on the Ridgid to where the OEM one went, and used that plug and plugged it in. That was simple. Oops. Everything gets run through here, all the rest of the wires. This just pops off. I just zip tied them to this. Couldn't get them inside that harness. I'm sure you could, but I didn't. And goes back here. Where this mounts into the Jeep body, there is a steel black bracket with I believe 2 screws. I use one of those screws for the ground for the Ridgid. One ground runs everything, so that's all you need to worry about, because that has multi-function. It has the reverse light, it has the brake light, it has a flasher on there, it has some other things. It has a strobe feature. I do want to hook up to my emergency flashers. Haven't figured out how to do that yet. But anyway, back to this. So I took the ground and I mounted it to the bracket that holds this. Next to that bracket, I drilled a 1/2-inch hole. I ran all these wires, they're up here, through that 1/2-inch hole to tap into this brake light for my reverse light. And this is open in here. It just run, it kind of goes down and then back up. But anyway, lots of other videos on how to take these tail lights out. Real simple. Just pop the screws. I think you just need to take the 2 out really on the inside. Take this off. The way I found the hot wire for this was I pulled the little cap off the back where the bulb mounts into, and just started sticking some of the hot wires from the rigid into where the bulb goes, and when it lit up, I knew I had the right one for the rigid, and I knew, you know which wires go to your reverse light. They're the ones on the bottom. I also do have some LED reverse lights in here. I just plugged them up. I've had no problem with them. Didn't do any resistors or anything. They help. They made a difference, but not a big difference. That really lights some stuff up at night. It does make a difference. And I needed something for when I was on the trail for backing up, just so I could see, and this works for me. Because I couldn't figure out any other place to mount them on my stock bumper. But I just wanted to go over how I did that. It was really simple. This is also nice. It's a lot nicer than the other one. It's all cast aluminum. You know, it has that rigid plastic front like their driving lights and their off-road lights do. It's a lot more durable than the stock. And I kind of like the clear. But anyway, I just wanted to show you how it looks and how I mounted it up. It really works well, and I'm really happy with it. It's not the cheapest upgrade. These little things were over 300 bucks. At least as of when I installed it here about 3 months ago, 6 months ago or so. But anyway, if you're looking for some way to brighten up the trail behind you, this works for me. And again, it's not super bright. It's not like having, a light bar on the back of your truck or anything. But you can see the trail behind you to back up and turn around and stuff without running into trees and bushes and stuff. That's all I needed. Thanks for watching. As always, God bless.